Good morning, YouTube. In-Your Performance and Dyno Service. This is my first YouTube video, so it's a little rough and crude, and I apologize for my disheveled appearance. I've been working out in the garden this morning. My spouse has got a Telluride, and it has the annoying integrated stop-and-go automatic shut-off and restart feature. I wanted to show you how easy it was to shut that off. So, popped a wiring diagram, and it is a simple momentary switch, much like a horn switch. When you press it, it makes a connection, and when you let off, it breaks that connection. So, looking at a diagram, the wire from the computer is an orange wire with a white stripe. Its connection to ground through a LED in the switch, which you can see it illuminates yellowish color, is a black wire with a blue stripe. So when you unplug the connector, you're looking for an orange and white wire. There's only one. And a black wire with a blue stripe. There's only one. And you're going to connect those. I used a paper clip. Simple, easy, and if I ever want to remove it, you can pull it out and sell it to somebody else. You don't have to worry about that feature not working. But it's not a permanent modification. Yes, you could solder it together. You could rig up a separate switch by teeing into those two wires and running it somewhere. There's no end to what you can do if you understand electronics. But a paper clip with a little electrical tape works great. And I did the electrical tape bit to insulate it just as a safety precaution. There really isn't anything down there for it to short against. And if it would touch ground, it's already ground. So anyway, this is the vehicle in question. Let me see if we can see it here. There we go. I gotta figure out how to use my camera. And then there we've got the one of the engines on the dyno there. It's about a 700 horse pump gas Pontiac. And then we've got a small block Chevy in there. It's a 383 stroker. Very common, as you would imagine. And then we've got some exhaust headers up there anyway. More videos to come on that stuff later. So anyway, we'll hop into the car next and show you how easy and quick this modification is. Okay, we're back in the vehicle. We're going to open the console. Again, this is to turn off the integrated stop and go feature that shuts your engine off and restarts it without your input. Now, it's underneath this cover that covers the shifter, the sport select mode or whatever it is, the parking brake switch and that sort of thing. At the back, if you follow the plastic up here, all you do is pull up on it, and it's that easy. The console lifts up from the rear. Now, if you have somebody who can hold it up, great. If you work alone most of the time like me, you get yourself a 6-inch piece block of 2x4 or coffee cup or whatever, and you wedge it in there. Now, right underneath this switch assembly, basically where that hole is for your parking brake switch, for your finger to go in, the release clip faces forward on this particular one, and you're going to squeeze it in and pull down. And when you do that, I'm going to zoom in here and show you what this looks like. Now, there you can see that there is a paper clip with some electrical tape on it. Yes, it's blue. They sell in all different colors. That's jumped between the black and blue wire and the orange and white wire. And it's called back probing a connector. You slide it right between the wire and the cavity of the connector, and it goes up inside and touches the terminal. Yeah, you could take it apart and solder a wire between those two or whatever. This is easy to disable. If should you ever want to sell it or get rid of it, you just yank it out and go on with your day. So that's how easy it is. Now, there is one other connector up there that I unplugged. It's a smaller one, and the connector the release clip faces forward. Let me rephrase that. It faces to the rear of the vehicle No, it faces, yeah, it faces to the rear of the vehicle. This one faces forward. The other one is just opposite. They're two opposite, and it's a smaller connector, and it allows you to get the harness out further. Makes it easier to get that thing, your paper clip inserted, or however you want to go about it. That's your business. Quick and easy, doesn't damage anything, doesn't cause terminal tension issues. And I'll show you what that other connector looks like. And again, the release tab, trying to remember, yeah, the release tab faces the rear of the car, and it's just a little teeny tiny white connector. And then you'll just plug the little connector back in till you hear a snap, and then you plug the big one in underneath the parking brake switch hole. Bear with me here. There, I heard a nice little snap. And then we're gonna pop this all back in place. And you just want to make sure all your clips are down. Boom, it's done. Now we're gonna put it in gear. You'll notice that the light stays on. It only stays on when the engine's running, but that's basically like you holding down the switch all the time, or like you having pressed it all the time, because you can pull forward, hit the brake, nothing happens. Hit reverse, let off the brake, nothing happens. It's just that easy. So you don't have to buy any jumper harnesses or whatever, although you can. That's your business. So that's all I have for today, folks.